Hello, my name is Caleb Keith Custer. I am a student here at West Hawaii Explorations Academy, and today I will be going over some basic safety for commonly used tools all across campus. In the first installment, we will be covering one of the most commonly used tools on campus, the drill, and the impact driver. So, although the two look very similar, they are used in different ways. The drill, for example, is a constantly moving tool that is used to commonly put holes in an item. However, it is also commonly used to drive fasteners. The impact, however, is a specialty tool in the way that it is designed specifically to drive. They do make drilling bits for this, although they aren't very common. Some commonly associated hazards with drills are getting caught on loose clothing. So you want to make sure that you're not wearing any jewelry that could get caught up in the blade. You don't want to be wearing gloves, because then when you go to drive in, it might get caught on this part here known as the chuck. So it might get caught on there while you're drilling in, and it could rip your glove off, and it can hurt your hand in the process. Another commonly associated risk is when under high load, the path of least resistance is going to be taken. And often when you're using a larger drilling bit, the drill itself is going to become the object of least resistance, and it's going to spin out and it can break your wrist. So, another commonly associated hazard, this one is specifically for brushed tools, is an explosion hazard when working around explosive gases. On campus, we don't do too much with explosive gases. However, we do use welding gases on occasion. So if those are in the air, they could get set off by the sparks by a brushed drill, which let's see if I can catch it on camera. So you can see that jumping on there, and that is the brushes stopping very quickly. And as a result, those sparks can actually set off explosions. A little bit of an overview on the basic hardware. This spinning piece right here is called the chuck. So that's going to spin out. That's how you can remove your drill bits. Screw it back in. This right here, this band adjusts how much resistance is put onto the drill. So right now, since we're drilling holes, I have it set to its drilling mode. However, if I was driving light fasteners, I could set it to, say, speed 6 or resistance level 6. And on that level, I'll demonstrate just by holding the chuck down. What you hear there is the resistance band running over its gears and skipping teeth so you can't drive any further. When you tighten that up, it's just going to keep on moving. So that's another thing you want to keep in mind while using your drill. Another major difference in between the drill and the impact is the type of shank that they use. So with a drill on its chuck, there are 3 points, which you can see right there. That is specifically designed to wrap around round styles of drill bit. However, you can also use the hex ones, such as this, which you can see are designed in a hexagonal shape. However, on impacts, you have to use a hexagonal bit. You cannot put a smooth shank bit into the chink, which this has a chuck and this has a chink. The difference is on a chink, you don't move anything. You push it forward and then you slide it in. With the chink, you have to use a hex bit or else it will not fit. These are specially designed bits to go into the end of an impact, and usually speaking, you have to use a longer drill bit on an impact. So, as you can see here, this one is designed to go all the way into the impact and hold in. However, they do make smaller ones, such as this one right here. These ones are designed to be more compact. However, you must use a bit extension such as this one. This one is still a hex drive, so what you do is you just take this little bit, put it into the end of there. It's held in via a magnet, and then that slips right in. If you were to use a longer bit, this part does come over and it can cover it up. However, it is mostly helpful while using smaller driving bits. These two tools are commonly used in conjunction with each other. Usually, you're gonna do what's called a pre-drill of a hole before you drive a fastener in. However, with an impact, you can also just drive straight in if you have a pointed shank or what is known as a sharp shank screw, such as this one right here, which you can see that one comes down to a point. So to demonstrate this pre-drilling activity, I'm going to use my drill. And I'm going to screw it in and tighten it as far down as it'll go. Then once I get to that position, I'm going to rotate it back one, and now it is locked in. I'm going to adjust my torque down to drilling. I'm going to take my example piece of lumber. I'm going to put my safety glasses on so that, God forbid, anything happen, my eyes are protected. I'm going to hold down, and I'm going to drill a hole through. After that, I'm going to take my screw, going to thread it in a little bit. I'm going to take my impact, and then I am going to drive. Another advantage of an impact, like I said earlier, is you do not have to pre-drill with an impact, although it can prove helpful while working with smaller materials that may split. In order to demonstrate this, I'm going to drive a screw in that hasn't been pre-drilled. So if I can get this to cooperate with me,